Hey, it's me.
Yeah, boy.
What happened? What's wrong?
You saw the lightning bolt, right? You saw the line.
Mm-hmm.
You saw the opportunity. He said, hey, you see this like a perfect little video? There's just one guy. And Chris legit looked at you. Like,
I had lightning bolt. I didn't prepare it today.
You don't normally get it. Oh, well.
I only saw the one line. I didn't see more than one line. It's not my fault.
you didn't need to see
I'm a
another
fucking
line.
idiot.
Chris, you just needed to hit the guy not in the line.
I didn't see your line. So I thought I was hitting the guy not in the
But
line.
you saw the line.
I didn't. I saw a different line.
I don't have lightning bolt. Oh, I hate you.
Welcome, everybody.
Now, hang on. Do we want to talk about what you guys were laughing about there so we can have some context so I don't have to cut
I
all that?
figured we were going to talk about it in this session.
Great.
In this podcast episode.
Great. Continue.
Welcome, everybody, to In the Buff. Today, we have John, Scott, and Cody here. And, of course, your lovely host, Chris.
We kicked Andy out.
You know, that's pretty much slander. Even if it's not bad, but it's still a lie, that's slander.
What are we going to talk about? Oh, God.
We have comments.
I should probably bring those up. One moment.
Should we get
I think we have a fair amount.
Please, Vamp.
We really should get like a comments for Cody kind of like button thing where Andy puts together music for us and you do your little comments with Cody. Or was that you?
We
Who
both
does
have
that?
done it.
Oh, who started it?
No,
Oh,
I
him.
didn't say that. I said it's Chris's corner.
Oh, that's what it
And
was.
I was like, comments with Cody.
But we could get Andy to do like a little musical tempo behind that.
Right.
And we just have like a little button. So whenever we do this all in person.
Our words are doing
have
a
a
lot of
button.
walking that I'm not sure Andy can keep up with.
Cody did say vamp, so.
We keep
Hey.
like referencing Andy as this like, oh yeah, music shit, music. He'll do it, music.
Mm-hmm.
And then none of us ever really ask him.
Andy, I call him right now.
Do it.
Yeah, right now on the podcast.
Do it on the
live.
podcast.
Fuck it.
You
do
still
it
need,
live.
You still need vamping?
I don't actually. I've got comments up.
Oh,
but
okay, go ahead.
Now we've got something else to talk about.
We've got to vamp. Yes, vamp.
Hold
Yeah,
on.
hold on.
It's like
Hopefully he's not
I've been
mid-coitus.
really wanting to go to a goth club, and I
Call-
don't think there's any
Call Asian.
nearby.
We get all this. We get the whole goddamn thing.
It even
Then we find out
says-
Cody stopped recording.
It even says Ohio.
He's not going to answer.
We haven't gone to bed yet.
He has a wife.
There's
he's not
no
gonna
way
answer.
he's gone to bed yet.
Mid-coitus is what I'm saying.
I hope I'm not calling a different Asian.
How many you got in your phone?
What if Jalen answers?
He's black.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated
Andy?
voice messaging system.
Oh!
bleep that.
The mailbox is full and cannot
Ah! Come on!
Son of a bitch!
God damn it,
You
Andy!
fucking bitch.
They're all messages from his professor.
Anyway, call us back. So,
We love you.
comments, huh?
Yeah.
Whew, man.
You need more vamp?
No, I'm good.
That
I'm
was the vamp of a fucking lifetime.
Has Leslie Nielsen always had silver hair?
He said we
Yes.
didn't need to vamp anymore.
I was just curious. I wanted to ask.
Great.
good. Final Fantasy Tidus Celestial Weapon Guide Khaled Balg video.
Salad bowl, you mean?
Demigod 287. Getting Tidus' Celestial Weapon equals breaking your sanity speed run.
Some people just don't like whatever the fuck
Some
that game
people
is.
are built different.
It goes back to one of my new favorite Gen Z phrases. Sounds like a skill issue. John can literally do it in one try.
Yeah.
Cold turkey. Like, don't play the game for... I only go 2 weeks without playing the game, so don't play the game for 2 weeks. Just pick it up right at that save.
Well, those first 2 weeks are the hardest, so I can understand slipping back.
And it usually takes 3 weeks to fully break a habit.
Hmm.
So, relapse, man.
Where does that number come from?
I don't know. I just heard it somewhere on Google once.
Backslide is his nickname in college, so.
For different reasons, though.
Yeah.
I thought it was comeback.
Great.
Obviously, we're joking. John didn't go to college.
What the hell did I do for 2.5 years?
Not
Community
college.
college.
What did I drop out of?
Community college.
Oh, yeah, he's so elitist.
Final Fantasy Riku Celestial Weapon. I'm fine. The community college is perfectly good. It's might be better for some people, obviously.
Depends on the community.
You defending yourself from our 70 viewers?
Wait, wasn't I the only one that went to a private university?
Did you attended a private university?
I graduated from a private university.
Okay. Well, I guess that's true. Yes,
Yeah.
you did.
That's what people say.
Now who's elitist? Just bringing that up unprompted.
Wow.
I had to defend John somehow.
Was that defending me?
Interesting.
I feel like you were just
Putting
flexing
down the
yourself
person
into the...
putting you down, I think, is defending you.
Oh,
I don't think you put
enemy of
down
my-
anyway. I think you were just raising yourself up. If anything, I'm more hurt.
I raise me up. Anyway, there's more comments?
Is there?
Well, you're trying to put me down, because I can put some put downs down.
Oh, no. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Hey. Don't back down from him.
I'm going
like
to.
Tom Petty.
Come on now. You can't take your shot and be like, I'm sorry, I'm going back into my shell now.
No, I think he
You're
can.
stronger
He just did
than
it.
this.
He just did
No, I'm not.
You're better than this. You went to a private school.
it. College.
What's the difference?
Nothing.
Riku's Celestial Weapon Guide God Hand video from Rita 89. Thank you. Seen other guides, but they don't tell you how to get the cactus or the good general tips you had.
Hell yeah. Sounds like
Let's
somebody
go,
watched the
dude.
motherfucking video.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like they watched a lot of videos.
Here's the thing. I've been thinking about why you always belittle our viewers for deciding to go to YouTube and to watch these guides. And I figured out why.
Yeah.
It's because you always say, why don't you just Google it?
Yeah.
And I realized that the answer in this circumstance, for most of the people who comment on our videos,
Yeah.
is this. They probably did Google it, and then they tried to do what the Google said, and they're like, it didn't work. I wonder if there's somebody who can show me how to do this. And so they look for a video, and then they don't watch the video and just bring up their problem.
Right.
Do you
The
think
problem that the Google didn't answer.
they're watching it at like 2 or 3 times speed and they're like,
What the fuck?
I didn't understand any of that. Hold on. This still doesn't make any fucking sense. This is my 4th rewatch.
Thanks for the views.
Yep. From episode number redacted from In the Buff podcast, The World Makes Me Sad, longtime host of the channel, Chris Full. Could I get a $2.5 million contract with the podcast? Sure, buddy. As soon as we have $2.5 million to give you.
Yeah, hold on, calm down. Okay.
Well, it depends on how
the
big of
host
a...
is like the quarterback.
It depends on how big of a piece of the pie $2.5 million is.
Yeah.
I'd give him
I'm not giving him that as soon as we hit 2.5 million.
No. In fact, he's the last one getting $2.5 million.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's not a percentage. It's just John gets the first 2.5 million. I get the second.
Oh, come on. You know?
I'll take 3rd.
Oh, well, great. Who wants to take first?
You can have it. You are last, though.
Yes.
You're 4th. Kyle's last. Fuck you, Kyle.
Oh my. He's not here to defend himself.
Yeah.
You're the boss anyways. You should be the last one.
He
You
is
should
the
make sure-
manager.
you should make sure that all of your people are well paid before you take care of yourself,
I'm
right? That's what a
looking
good boss does.
Directly up into your nostril.
I'm looking directly at the microphone.
Another comment on the same video. D. Lee Griff
Hell yes.
says, "Hi, this is the Lee that would not be reached if Chris was to call me. I am the Lee at the time of this message. Hell, this isn't the Lee that typed the first word. The me as of right now says, quote, fart noises.
Hell yeah.
P.S. Liza P is great."
What?
Lies of P. Oh, it's
It's like a
Game.
Bloodborne, like a Soulsy.
Oh, never mind. It's not at all what I thought it was.
Yeah.
What? Is he just saying that as he's writing this, he's no longer the same person?
We were
Yeah,
talking.
we were talking about identity
He
at the
was-
beginning.
Oh,
Of
Yeah,
that's
He
right.
was quoting what Scott had said.
Paraphrasing.
I'm interested in Lies of P. I've got it downloaded right now.
Yeah, you
It's
like
kind
the
of like
Soulsborns.
I do, and it's kind of like if robots took over Victorian England, and you play a kind of robot named Pinocchio,
Oh,
Oh,
and apparently
does your nose grow?
something grows when you lie.
believe it or not, that is an actual mechanic in the game.
Really?
Is you can lie to people in the game, and it like depletes or like corrupts your humanity if you lie, or maybe it doesn't. I can't remember if robots can lie or can't lie. I think it's one of them.
Great. Great.
You made me forget what I was gonna say. Oh, I remember now. There's a mod that came out for Dark Souls that made it Tony Hawk Pro Skater,
Oh,
and you can just like run around on a skateboard and like grind on like the rails and stuff, then fall to your death.
that's pretty cool.
It's pretty great. I've only seen about 30 seconds of it, but it's awesome.
All
Great
right.
story. Thanks for the comment, D-Lee Griff.
We really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Maybe he's who's watching the podcast.
Who?
Or
Daily
she.
Griff? No?
No?
We know Lee. He does, at least.
We know the Lee as of time of this comment.
Right.
That's a good point.
Oh, true.
That's a very good... It's 2023.
I'm learning.
It's time the year that the podcast you're listening to is in right now.
Holy shit.
Winter?
Another longtime friend of the channel, Kyle. I really love our D&D DMing talks.
Right.
Always seems to come up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's a big part of our friendships.
It's also a big part of the podcast.
Yeah.
What if we spun off a second podcast
About D&D.
and
Right.
we sanctioned and quarantined all of our D&D talk to that podcast?
Oh my.
I'm not
Don't
sure.
stop.
I'm not sure I could make dedicated D&D content.
Yeah.
Because if we were to make quote-unquote dedicated D&D content from me in particular, I think it would just be this. More of me saying the shit I do and say.
Yeah. John, would you like to spin off a second podcast where we talk about fantasy football for the next 8 weeks?
Yeah, but then you can talk about the postseason.
No, you can't. You don't need to talk about the postseason.
You
'cause
guys
fantasy
really
football's over by
fucking
there.
ramble about it, though. You guys could definitely have a conversation.
It creates so many statistics that you could just needle.
Dude, so like I have told all my drivers at work, it's like, hey, listen, I get it, you guys want to bet. And since betting became legal in Ohio, sportsbooks became legal in Ohio, like they've been all over that I had to talk with each individual driver. I was like, I don't care if you guys bet when you're on break or when you have complete downtime, nothing to do. But if like your responsibilities are on fire and you're sitting here talking to somebody about what the Green Bay Packers are going to do this weekend, there's going to be disciplinary actions. That being said, when they do have downtime now, they know that I'm the football guy in the area. So they come up and ask me about every single matchup. And I'm like, well, you know, this team has this, this, and that, and A, B, and C. And I'll be in the middle of like telling them something. I'm like, by the way, your line called, so go do that. And they're like, whoa, well, I'm just trying to make some extra money on the weekend. I'm like, that's cool. We're at work. And it's terrible because I'm the guy.
You guys could really do this. You could even have like a segment where you just talk about the best picks, that kind of thing. And you, in the process of talking about it, could give yourself insight. I know that's, as silly as it's going to sound, that's certainly the way it works for me when I'm, like, if I'm playing a game and showing you guys the game, and I'm like when we drafted in Hearthstone, when I'm talking through the picks, like, that bumped our win rate by like 30%.
Oh, yeah. For sure. And I mean, like, you guys saw the playbook. Like, whenever I'm going through and filling that out, I'm looking at, like, you know, what did Travis Kelce do against this guy, against these teams? Okay, well, this team's ranked worse than they are, so he has a better matchup against them. Like, I'm going through and already doing all of that information.
Maybe this is something you two fucking nerds should do.
Double Ball Buff podcast?
I don't like that name. I don't like that name at all.
I'm bad with names, as we know.
What if we just record this at some later date, and I just splice it into this episode somewhere randomly, or maybe not randomly, maybe at the end or the beginning.
The next problem there is after this weekend, like we could talk about everything that happens here, does not matter for this weekend. So like we record these podcasts 2 to 3 weeks or like 1 to 2 weeks in advance. So like if we talk about what's coming up this weekend, by the time we get to there and release this episode, already gone.
Yeah,
well, this could
point.
be like a thing that you and Cody record over Discord. It's only 2 audio tracks.
True.
Mhm.
And you, on Monday, like after the Monday game or whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah, we could talk about the next week's matchups
exactly.
and stuff. If you want to.
I get that up by Wednesday,
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
or maybe even Thursday.
That's
We
enough for
can-
people in Ohio to get their bets in.
Because we could do, and like, it helps with fantasy football,
And
it
you're-
helps with bets.
And if you're listening to this and you're interested in this idea, John is quite positive in the betting game at the moment.
Mm-hmm. In the black, so to speak.
I don't know. I didn't know that was a term.
I didn't know that was a term either.
Because green isn't used, black is for when you're above 0.
It's for colorblind people. Green and red can't do it.
Oh.
But they can do red.
And black.
Red and black.
Yeah.
Wouldn't red and black just kind of look the same to a colorblind person?
No,
I'm not
How do you
colorblind, so
know?
I wouldn't know.
How do you know, Chris?
because I've looked at charts. That's supposed to mimic how colorblindness works for.
Have you?
Yes.
I have tepid interest in this spin-off podcast.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's not no interest.
Yeah.
Sorry, as of right now, I was checking my bet. I'm addicted. As of right now, the Jets are tied
Emphasis
with
on
the Chiefs,
dick.
and that's insane to me. So there's controversy with the Jets this offseason. Aaron Rodgers, which was like big time quarterback that's getting ready to retire soon, left the Green Bay Packers.
Kind of like his predecessor, Brett
Brett
Favre.
You're right.
Mm.
So
He
the
played
Jets,
for the Jets too.
He did, and then he retired, and then unretired, and went to the Vikings.
I thought he went to the Vikings first and then the Jets.
Nope.
No.
He went to the Jets first, then tried to retire, then said nope. So, Vikings are going to be excited to get Aaron Rodgers here in a couple seasons. And the Jets, here in like 10 years, are getting to see what Jordan Love's all about. You know?
I don't know what any of this means. He looked at me like I would know.
Anyways, so Aaron Rodgers went out within the first 4 snaps of the season.
Yep. Game 1.
With a torn Achilles or something. And he's gone. And now they're right back to the quarterback that they had last year, Zach Wilson. And man, I saw a video over the last couple of days that got real popular of Jets fans saying some really nasty things as he was walking onto the sideline.
See, this is another perk of this spin-off podcast is I don't have to listen to this fucking horse
That's
shit.
true.
They could get it all out. But anyway, don't we have more comments?
We do have way more comments. Another friend of the channel, Monsi,
Hell yeah.
on our
Hi,
on
Monsi.
our same video, she said, "Warning, John, betting can lead to toxication."
What?
You're going to hell. Apparently.
I already knew that. Listen, dude, that's on lock.
Here's a comment that might spark some conversation. On Final Fantasy X Omega Ruins guide video from Dark Ones, he says, "What does the Omega Ruins music have to do with the tone, mood, setting, and backstory behind it?"
Oh.
This is research I don't think we've done.
I've never even considered this.
Yeah.
Do you think he was being snarky? Like,
I guess I never talked about it.
was
I'm
he
not-
saying like, this music has nothing fucking to do with any of that bullshit?
What's it sound like?
I don't know what
It has,
I don't
like-
know what the.
So it has like
the-
a piano base to it. It's very simple when you're just running around.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess now that I'm thinking about it, it doesn't like give off the vibes of like anything creepy or anything scary. It does give me like a little bit of like a exploration, like navigation kind of vibe.
Hmm.
But it's literally just like piano keys and like a smooth arrange. Like it doesn't sound bad or scary or anything.
I could look up what the song
I don't know.
is.
Correct me if I'm wrong. This didn't come up in the video at
No.
all. In fact, I don't even know if you played the music.
I did at the I did at the very beginning, and that was it.
I do like those kinds of comments, though. I wish we had more of them where it's people, at the very least, on a surface level, it sounds like he's trying to foster a discussion.
Mhm.
Yeah,
He
that's
might be
interesting.
being snarky, I don't know.
They might be somebody who watches Loxton and is hoping to get content like that for Final Fantasy X.
I don't know.
So Loxton and Noggin is this channel about it's a PokeTuber, and he does
God.
lore videos and talks about like all of the references made by certain Pokemon or different things in the games.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh my God.
That does make me want to look and see if I can find some sort of connection to it, though.
Okay.
So maybe I'll come back.
I mean, at the very least,
Or maybe I won't. Don't touch my flip-flop, Scott.
at the very least, you could just listen to the music and then play through the Omega Ruins, and you're like, are these compatible? Do they match?
I know the piano for it, like when you're just traveling through there, is soothing to me. It's very calming.
That feels contradictory.
So I guess the idea that I'm getting is like, and this is just a long shot. This is just my immediate thought is that it's calming music that is supposed to be calming Omega, who's basically supposed to be strong enough to fight Sen or whatever.
Really?
I mean, he's like behind Sen. He's the next strongest thing canonically.
If
If you don't put the Dark Animals
famously
in
love Final Fantasy, and I really wish we could keep talking about it, but we do have more comments.
We do.
We do.
From the most recent episode of the podcast, Unintentional Horror.
Very cringy.
These two episodes just really popped off.
They're really doing well.
What is going on, guys?
We're doing well.
We're doing it.
We've hit our peak.
Look at this.
Fuck!
Our peak is 80 views
Hell yeah!
in 30 hours.
I've had 80 views in 30.
We should look at the analytics to make sure like people aren't just watching for like 1 minute and clicking off.
Yeah, that's what I was asking him
a good
about
point.
with the Bingles one.
Yeah.
This isn't about sports.
No, they're about average for our normal views.
Incredible. What does it mean?
So 2 minutes?
Here's a comment right here from the host of the podcast, Chris. I blame Toy Story for me being scared of porcelain dolls, thinking they will come to life and attack me. Thank you for sharing.
If they attacked you, though, you could just kick them.
They're very fragile.
They terrify me, and I would rather run.
They're probably scared of a foot. I'm just saying.
That's fair.
They are more scared of you than you are of them.
Oh, here's another comment I see from Chris again.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry.
Same episode of the podcast. Dorful means either helper or idiot, from what I found.
No, I'm pretty sure it's Hyman. I looked it up. It's Hyman.
Oh, okay.
I
couldn't
also-
find that resource.
I also looked it up and I found idiot.
Well, you're both wrong, I guess. So
I didn't look it up.
Longtime friend of the channel, Kyle.
Kyle.
On Unintentional Horror, our most recent episode of the podcast, right before this one. For whatever reason, it took me actually reading the book to realize that 20,000 leagues was the distance of the trip, not how deep the Nautilus went.
Oh,
I thought it was someone that
goodness.
just really liked fantasy football.
Oh, wow.
20,000 leagues?
20,000 leagues
I'm
is,
pretty sure that's the circumference of the Earth.
yeah, several times over.
Yeah. Great. Good job, Kyle.
Well, I'm glad you realized it now. Whew, man, a lot of comments there. 25 minutes to get through all
Hey.
that.
We did
You
vamp a
know,
lot.
we're on the other side.
There was a lot of vamping.
And discussion of a new podcast.
Maybe
This is
two.
how you snip out the fat, trim the fat of Chris and Scott. This just becomes a sports channel.
I mean, we could go down that route.
Sports/ghost hunting.
Do you think anybody's doing that?
Blitzball.
Oh, dude.
Sports?
We could call it, like, double bets.
That's not bad, though. That's
Double
not
Bets Football
bad.
Podcast.
Devil bats.
oh! We're bringing it back, baby.
That's,
But what does that have to do with sports or betting?
Devil Bets is going to be my
Ooh.
my crypto scam, crypto betting website that
Okay.
I use with seed money from the channel.
I bet crypto. Can you link me that?
No, it's now in vogue to be an out-front scam so that they think they can scam the scammer.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Do we have more comments?
No, we're finally fucking done.
So
Oh.
circles.
Yeah.
and corners.
You know
Every
what's
time.
not in a circle?
It's all corner.
Or none of it.
No. Because, because of how the human hand is.
What in the fuck are you talking about?
If you get-
What in the fuck are you talking about?
If you get a million-sided shape, it will look like a smooth circle, which means there's a
Nope.
million corners there.
Ergo, not smooth. Not circle.
Well, we're not...
Perception is not reality, Chris.
I think I'm having a panic attack. What's a corner?
The level of disappointment on both of your faces was just absolutely incredible.
How often do
New
you
podcast
think-
idea. You and me spin off, and we just
Yell at
spend
Chris.
1 hour being disappointed at Chris.
Hell yeah. I do
Thoughts?
that for most of my life.
Can I be a part of this?
How often are you...
Okay, you know what? No,
Disappointed.
I'll have my
listen.
people get
Hey.
in touch with your people.
No, it's all good.
Bad news.
I got some stuff going on.
Bad news, I miss people. So, and I'm terrible at my job. Chris!
We're all men.
What?
In fact, we...
Did you just fucking out me?
I didn't know that was outing you.
Well,
you're
you know
very-
what? I think I'm going to go ahead and send this one home.
You're very masculine presenting. I don't know if you mean to be, but you are.
Maybe I'm
Chris,
just
get to
bad
the
at
fucking...
it,
Just
okay?
hold on. Get to the... What is the corner? What is your corner?
Look, we're
What's
all
your fucking
men.
corner?
Right, and there was a
Allegedly.
news article that came out recently saying how men are obsessed with the ancient Roman Empire.
Hearsay.
I have also heard about this news article that came out.
And was thinking about it and was like, probably twice a week. I think about some aspect of the Roman Empire.
Mm-hmm.
So I was thinking, like, what are things that we might be obsessed with or think about a lot that really doesn't have any bearing on us?
Well, real quick, was this like a legitimate, like, article, like a research article type of thing? Or was this like a BuzzFeed shit?
Probably, I think it was somewhere in the middle. It was probably like a Washington Post or a New York Times kind of
I'm just curious,
think
like,
piece.
on what basis this even...
I think the basis was that the author of this article probably spoke to people in their lives, and the Roman Empire kept coming up, and they're like, that's odd. Why does it keep coming up? And they, like, polled their friend group or whatever, and they're like, do you think about the Roman Empire a lot? And they're like, yeah, all the time. And suddenly, this is like an odd, like, masculine phenomenon.
This is starting to sound like a measurement in synchronicity, which is a buzzword that makes me very erect and
Measurement? Synchronicity?
Yeah.
Which one is it?
synchronicity, and it's a deeply upsetting concept
He
as
is
well.
hard right now.
You can tell. And your corner is about the Roman Empire?
Well, not necessarily. Just what are things that, like, you think might be weird that you think about all the time?
What does your
Final
mind
Fantasy
wander to?
10. I think about it every fucking 6 hours, bro. I think about it at least twice a day.
I genuinely believe that.
Like, I quote Final Fantasy 10 on the daily.
I've thought more about the Roman Empire than I have in years because you two have brought up this article. You and Cody and Chris.
Unironically, I probably do think about the Roman Empire multiple times a week. Probably not once a day, but pretty close. Probably
In what-
2 out of every 3 days.
In what context? Like,
Just, stuff they were doing. It's kind of cool. Sometimes you think, how could they conquer all that land? But they did.
I have a rotation of Roman thoughts that are like 3 of them,
Mm-hmm.
and they don't really have anything to do with Rome. I'm like, purple and gold looks pretty good.
Yeah.
5.
And then, and then it's, when in Rome, do what the Romans do.
Crucify your opponents and feed them to lions.
Yep.
Times New Roman font.
Sorry, 4 things. I did not equate that to Rome at all.
Really?
No.
Oh.
It's just kind of been there for me.
Great.
And what else we have? Oh, every once in a while I think about Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, I was going to say.
When you go to like into the Coliseum, and I'm like, what the fuck is up with that? What is up with that whole thing? And every once in a while, like once a year, or twice a year, I say, "Et tu, Brute?" And that's it. I'm done. There's all my Roman thoughts.
Do you remember that bit at the end of Assassin's Creed 2 where you travel to Rome and you just have a fist fight with the Pope in like a cage match pit in the Vatican?
Yeah.
What was that about?
What?
You didn't even kill him.
No, you just punch him and then you run away.
Yeah.
But they just had like a pit to punch the Pope in.
Inside, if I remember correctly, inside that pit was one of the magical items as well.
I love the idea of the Pope just being like we're doubling down on God, motherfucker.
So I'm now beginning to think that maybe this is a false equivalency. That people aren't obsessed with the Roman Empire. People just think about a lot of things, and they think about those things.
All roads lead to Rome.
Maybe.
Sure.
Yeah, there's a lot of
It's
sayings
kind of like
about
Kevin Bacon in the 6 Degrees, where I just think about a lot of shit, and you could connect a lot of that shit to Rome because it's like The Simpsons as well. They also did that shit because the Rome was around a lot.
I'm trying. So your corner was like, what are things that you just innately come back to often?
Yeah. So like
Shrek.
Speaking of Shrek, have you guys seen Shrek retold?
You told me about it.
We should watch that together.
Okay.
It sounded great.
It's unironically, I think it's an important work of art.
For the folks at home who might not know.
Shrek Retold is what it sounds like. It is a remaking of the entirety of the first Shrek film, but from all kinds of creators, like a shitload of creators. Every 5 seconds of the movie is a different creator.
That sounds amazing.
I'm being slightly hyperbolic, but in some cases that's not the case. It literally is 5 seconds is one person, then 5 seconds is the next person.
I also think that's like a cool, like, I don't know, just like a fan thing to do.
So throughout the movie, sometimes it's live action, sometimes it's a wildly different art style than it will be in the next. Sometimes it's very unpleasant to look at and to hear.
Does it ever reach animations that's like, don't hug me, I'm scared style?
Maybe, I don't know. It's been a long time since I watched. This came out several years ago.
Oh, I thought it just came out.
No.
Here's something similar. Have you guys heard of the Simpsons skit Steamed Hams?
Yeah.
Yes.
Nope.
It's a bit of a meme, but...
You haven't heard of Steamed Hams?
I don't think so.
Oh my god.
We've definitely quoted it to you.
Okay.
It's basically just like a 5-minute skit on The Simpsons where Skinner invites over Super Nintendo Chalmers to lunch or whatever, and it just like resonated with a lot of people, and so they started remixing it in different ways and different art styles and like reimagining it. It kind of reminds me of that, except instead of a 5-minute skit, it's a 90-minute movie.
Yeah. Sure. It's good. I liked it a lot.
Steamed hams or
That too.
Shrek Retold?
That too.
Yeah.
Both of them.
Similar vein. Here's something that's kind of tangential to what your topic is, but I'd like to keep the conversation going.
Okay.
I recently have started to obsess over how I don't have any original thoughts in my head.
Mm-hmm.
Also spun on from a article.
Yeah, well, I think it was just like a screenshot of a tweet I saw somewhere, but...
You're sitting there like, oh shit.
But the tweet, basically, I don't think we've spoken about this on the podcast yet.
I don't think so.
No.
But I've discussed it all with you guys before, and the tweet was basically that Gen Z doesn't speak to each other anymore. They just quote things at each other, and that made me realize how much I don't have any original thoughts. It's like Pavlovian. People will just say things, and it'll just trigger me to quote something, and I realize how much I do it, and I'm ashamed.
That, how you describe that, I just had to look at Scott, who was not staring at me.
I wasn't.
Sad. Because he will just constantly, like, say, like, 2 words that are in a song, and then I'll complete the lyric.
Mm-hmm.
Or just really anything. And I hate how easy that is,
Yeah.
but I don't know what to do about it.
It's like, it's really Winter Soldier stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just something-
Manchurian candidate.
Like
Nice.
I
Another reference to pop culture.
not only that, and also Zoomers wouldn't be referencing that.
That's a good point.
Mm.
I often
Winter Soldier, though. That's
for sure. But I often I label what you do as echolalia
Yeah.
because it's like
Well,
it's not just that you're completing the lyric, it's like you're repeating whatever you say. Whatever I say, I should say. And it's like this compulsion that I've honestly noticed in you that you can't help.
it's almost kind of like an obsessive compulsive thing.
Yeah. Maybe it's like
I hope the microphone picked that up. I was covering
Did
my
I
mouth.
also just hear your elbow pop?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have weird
This is what we're
Can I
doing.
have a quick tangent about
elbows.
my current self-consciousness?
Chris, it's
Sure.
your corner. You can do
Yeah,
whatever
you
the
can
fuck
do whatever
want.
the
So
hell
like
you want,
in
Chris.
CrossFit, we're currently
He
doing
brought up CrossFit.
Sorry. That's
His
my
corner?
current obsession. So in CrossFit, currently we're doing a lot of shoulder presses because we're going through like this strength cycle. And the thing is though, every time that I go up for a shoulder press, just every single joint from my shoulder down my arms pops.
Yeah.
And it's it's currently a big point of self-consciousness for me because I'm just like everyone's like, yeah, oh yeah, and I'm just here like pop 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 pop.
Well, that's what you need to do to compensate for it. You need to scream louder than the
Oh,
knobs.
okay.
Yeah, and then you don't
I need
hear
to
the
start
pop.
ego lifting.
Then you don't hear the
Cool,
pop.
Great.
Yeah.
And I mean, people call it ego lifting, but genuinely, and I kind of buy into this, it's like when you just center yourself and you just make whatever the fuck noise your body makes.
Mm-hmm.
In regard to obsessions, I don't even know if I have an obsession. There are lots of things I like. What's an obsession compared to something I enjoy?
I think it's
Me.
No.
It will be one day.
So my thought is that it's almost constant in its place in your mind. Like it comes up all the time, over and over. There isn't a time when you're like, I'm taking a break from it.
You have an obsession, you think? I don't know if I have something like that.
Masturbation.
Okay. All right. I could tell. Yeah.
Oh, can you?
I mean, we're all
You're not
here
being
nude.
discreet about it,
Like,
John.
yeah. I'm pretty sure the mic can pick it up sometimes.
What would be an obsession of mine? I can't think of anything right off the bat, but I know I got some.
I certainly think about that one scene of I've talked about this before while playing Rocket League. That one scene from X-Men 3 where I think it was shit, do you remember who initiated that conversation in X-Men 3?
Do you know who you're talking to? No, I don't.
Someone walks up to the guy that has spikes coming out of his face.
That's his superpower, is he can extend spikes.
And he says, and they're like, he says some snarky thing to Mangetto, and the person's like, do you know who you're talking to? And then Spikeface makes the spikes come out of his face and goes, do you? And John and I are like,
Every time.
all the time we reference that because what in the fuck was that guy? I wish I had that guy's confidence. He is the lamest goddamn superpower I've ever seen.
The only time that he becomes relevant is when he's trying to, like, fake calm somebody down. He's like, hey, everything's okay. Got him. Dumb bitch.
Yeah.
Like,
oh, it was that nurse or doctor.
Yeah,
or whatever.
Was it Moira McTaggart?
what the fuck?
It might have
What
been.
No,
do you mean?
no,
how,
no, no,
there-
no.
how do you know this
Because he
random
kills
ass
her.
person's name?
And Moira is alive
Is
in the
she?
post-credit scene.
Oh,
Who the
with
hell is
Professor
Moira?
Xavier's body.
no
That's
idea.
right.
Who the fuck are we talking about right
Moira
now?
McTaggart is on Muir Island. She hangs out with Forge.
Did you watch X-Men's First Class?
Yes.
She was the CIA agent assigned to
Oh.
the X-Men. She's a normal person, and she shoots Xavier in the back and cripples him.
Oh.
And she also appears in an end credit scene in X-Men 3 where she's like a nurse at a hospital, and then somebody in a hospital bed's like, Moira. And then she's like, Charles? And then it cuts to black. And that never comes back up again.
It did come back up at the end of X-Men, not just Wolverine, because Charles Xavier is there, and Wolverine's like, you're dead. And then the movie ends.
Right.
He was also in Days of Future Past.
Well, but yeah, what I'm saying is that...
Did Wolverine happen before that?
Yeah, briefly.
I
Because
suppose
that one takes place way in the future. And I guess
the future of Wolverine?
I guess it happens after Logan.
No. Days of Future Past happens in the first timeline, and Logan happens in the second timeline.
Oh, that's right, because Days of Future...
Because he goes back and changes things.
Right.
Where they kill Peter
Even though it
Dinklage.
doesn't make any fucking sense. What were we talking about? You know who you're talking to? Do you? If I chose an obsession, it'd be that scene.
I'd say there's... Would you say there's like a baseline obsession with the Mangetto name thing?
I mean, no, not really. It's something that I think is fun. Where
At this point, you've had to do every combination.
Probably not. I think there's 6 letters, 7. There's 7 letters. That's like a bunch. That's a bunch of different.
Here's the thing. Is I don't know why, but I was also thinking about this recently, and I'm like, Scott likes to come up with names for Magneto by rearranging the letters. Let me see if I can do that.
Too baggy.
And I don't know why my brain is so scrambled, but I'm like, he can make Goatmen with Magneto. And then, no joke, I sat there at my desk at work for 10 minutes.
Start writing them down.
No.
I tried not to write it down, and I'm like, I just tried to hold 7 letters in my head. Just like, I don't know, like a word scramble, like having Magneto up here, and then like pulling the letters down in the correct order. I'm like, wait, have I already used the G? Where's the O go?
This is unironically what I do for much longer stretches than 10 minutes.
Yeah. But I just struggled to rearrange the letters.
I would be, if I was in your position and doing exactly that, at work I'd be like, did I get to yeah, I used the O. Okay.
I just love it so much.
Fuck. Yeah, go ahead. I lost it.
What is your favorite Mangetto that you've come up with?
I mean, Mangetto is just so good because it's so simple. And it tells you exactly what I'm going for.
Yeah.
It's the tagline.
Yeah.
Like, if you had to name this little game of yours...
Obviously, Goatman is incredible. Note Gam.
It's because of you that...
Meat Nag.
It's because of you that every time I go
Meat
and
Nog,
play
Meat Nog.
the Digimon card game, that people get annoyed at me because I cannot look at Chaosmon without saying Chaosmon.
Yeah.
And that's only because of you.
I'm a bit of a mimetic problem.
Yeah.
I feel like, especially with you guys, I get little. I've noticed it more and more, especially when we play Rocket League, and I just listen to you guys talk at each other while I'm playing Rocket League, and I just certain things I say become little earworms for you guys. I notice.
Mm-hmm. We try to tempt you into saying them because they're funny.
Yeah, and I don't know why they're funny. But that's just the way
it has come up recently while playing Rocket League, but other times where we've just been friends for too long, where we will say the exact same thing at the exact same time.
Same cadence, same timing.
Same words. Yep.
Incredible. And it's funny. That's the kind of magic I wish we could capture in something like this.
Mm-hmm.
Which we do, I think, sometimes. Where I don't even know why this is. I just like the idea of someone on the outside. I guess it's just like that. Maybe I shouldn't say that.
Do you want the podcast to be the Truman Show?
No, it's almost like there's this weird, like, desire to foster a parasocial relationship with someone I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
The idea that someone I don't know listening to me speak, or us speak, I should say, and like catching on to like, wow, like they really have been friends for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why, but I like that idea.
Somebody watching this and like getting it.
Yeah.
Like getting our dynamic.
And I think that's...
Who's never met us.
That's interesting.
That's very interesting.
I think I got that I felt that during like the Yogs cast when I was watching it way back when. But like my big thing is like I will know we've made it if someone comes up to me and quotes something one of us has said, because that's like what I will do if I watch somebody enough. Like speaking of the Yogs cast, I started saying
He brought it up.
Yep. I'd say like see you later shitlords all the time, and like it got to be a problem.
You're part of the problem.
Yeah,
See, that's interesting. I've never heard you say that.
because I beat it out of myself.
Interesting.
I've definitely heard him say it. I've definitely also heard him say, what's the dwarf thing? Diggy diggy hole. You've definitely sang that at me several times.
Yes.
One thing I catch myself doing a lot, I guess I go to Pokemon, going back to your corner. I guess I go to Pokemon sometimes.
Love Pokemon.
There's a lot of times where, like, if I'm just here at my house and by myself, I go hard on the Diglett dig, trio.
What the fuck?
Bro, I'm like,
What?
Like, I don't know why. It hits the beat for me. And like, no joke, today, while I'm cleaning before the football games came on, I'm like, hey, I gotta hurry up and clean this stuff before I go to my brother's house. I'm like grabbing trash. I'm like, Diglett dig, trio. As I'm just crushing the can down. Like, but like, there's a beat to it. I don't have to worry about learning the lyrics. It's just right there. And it went on for like fucking like 10 minutes in the episode it was there. So like, it's here. It's locked in. This is pre-concussion John.
This is kind of something that's like a bit of a worm in my brain. When my go-to when I'm heating up something in a microwave is minute and 30 seconds, and we have a 30-second button, so it's dit. And for some reason, whenever I go dit, it's always that. It's always da do it, don't you? Do it, don't you? And every single time I go da, that starts playing in my head.
I like it.
The song White Christmas by Bing Crosby. I don't know why, but
You're
it is
gonna have to
on
remind me.
perfect. It's constantly on repeat.
Sing it.
I'm
Gotcha.
dreaming of a white.
DMCA.
And like I have a strict no Christmas music policy before Thanksgiving,
Right, absolutely.
but I sing that song probably once a day.
I have heard you sing it several times. That's for sure.
And I don't know why.
I don't know.
I don't even particularly like the song.
Who does the version where it's like a quartet somewhere in there?
The Vivaldi
like,
Trio?
I'm dreaming. Of
It's Beastie Boys.
Christmas.
Beastie Boys isn't a quartet.
They're a triplet.
Probably a trio.
Well, there's 4 members.
Diglett dig.
Let's see. There's Mike.
There's 3 MCs and 1 DJ.
What's his name? Mike D. Mike D. The rest.
Mixmaster Mike.
Who's the one that died? A-Dame? A-Rock?
A-Rock. No, Ad Rock.
Ad Rock.
Ad Rock.
He added too much rock.
No.
I guess.
I don't know how he died.
Man, I love this corner.
So you said like you really would hope that we would capture the magic, potentially, like you could just tell like we're friends. You know, if you missed a podcast one day, it would go exactly like this. Because when you're not in the Discord and it's just me and Chris, it's silence.
Why don't you guys talk to each other?
It's like Chris will just like he'll be sitting there and I'll be playing whatever game or whatever. I'll be like, "Hey man, how's it going?" "I'm good, thanks." and I'm like, "Cool. Doing anything fun?" "I just got home from this girl's house. It's the 5th girl this week." And I'm like,
What a player.
She also said no.
and then like we do a little bit of catch up, and then there's half an hour of silence,
And here's your mustard.
and then you show up and you're like, "Have you guys just been sitting here quietly this whole time?"
What? a thing to admit to the world, John.
It just is there. So what I'm saying is, if you don't show up, we can capture that magic.
Right. It'd be pretty easy.
Yeah.
Easy to edit, too.
Yeah.
Although you were leaving out his numerous body noises that he makes.
Yeah, we'll cut those out.
No, I mean in the call, it's not pure silence.
You're not wrong, Grim.
That being said, that does make me feel weird. It makes me feel weird that you guys just sit in silence. Why don't you talk to each other?
I mean, like, we will make small talk, but, like, I've learned that, like, Chris and I can't hold the subject, and we definitely can't carry the subject, because I will say, like, something, and he'll be like, sorry. He'll be like, this book made me cry today.
That's great, Chris.
And I'm like, okay, all right. We were talking about making food. All right, you know. And then, like, we'll talk about that for a second, and I'm like, I'm done with the conversation. So I'm like, my sister got a new dog today, and he's like, I got fired.
Again?
The conversations. And, like, at that point, I'm done with it. So I'm like, man, my house is a mess. So we're just leapfrogging conversation.
Then I show up. And I'm like a fucking shock jockey. Spamming the Yoda dying noise.
But we don't hold a single topic. We never have. Even today, when I picked him up for game, he was like, oh, that's my friend. And I'm like, cool, have fun. Did you get your dick wet? And he's like, no, it's not like that. And I'm like, so Tom Brady.
I mean, to be fair, I think all of us kind of do that, where we just have something we want to talk about sometimes, and we'll just be like, so identity, guys, like, I'm sad that Stranger, you know, it's that kind of shit.
I think I'm pretty blunt about it, too. Like, you guys will be talking about something, and there'll be, like, a beat, where I'm like, I want to talk about something else now.
Yeah.
Is that okay?
And I think it is. I think it is okay. I'm not even immune to the echolalia thing I was talking about, where I just have noises inside me that just like to come out, like the I like making that noise.
Dude,
I like how bassy and vibrating my throat gets when I do it.
Whenever you do that, it always makes me think you're about to go, ooh, ah.
Ooh, ah. I can't do that. I'm not a metal singer.
Earlier, you were like, you guys just sit in silence, and I had to stop myself from completing the song by 21 Pilots.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I have no clue what he's talking about.
Is that a band?
Yes.
Not people that
You
fly
know, Green
planes.
Day is one of my... I'm just kidding.
John hates that noise, but Rocket League loves it.
That,
Is the problem. No,
that noise?
Oh,
that
that
noise.
one.
God, please.
Please, Johnny, please. Kill me, please.
It hurts, Johnny.
It hurts.
Johnny, please.
That's Body-Horror Ben Grimm, guys, for those who are uninitiated.
A classic character that we've been workshopping.
Body-Horror Ben Grimm.
I
What's
wonder-
the premise?
Oh, we should probably explain the premise.
The premise of Body-Horror Ben Grimm is he's called The Thing, and that made me think of John Carpenter's The Thing.
Yeah.
And then that made me think of what if The Thing were like The Thing from John Carpenter's The Thing?
Yeah.
He's just like, please just kill me.
Please, Johnny, kill me.
It also evolved from this idea of what if instead of communicating by breathing out, we communicated by breathing in? And so you get these weird communications.
Please, no.
It hurts. Further in.
Also, it's fun to say, don't touch me there. Only my girlfriend can touch me there.
Another classic reference. Nothing is original.
Nothing.
Everything is ripped off.
Body-Horror Ben Grimm is original.
It's an amalgamation.
Yeah.
It's the first time this has ever been amalgamated this way.
It's a fourth dimensional character.
That's kind of the
There are
way
layers.
that my mind runs when this is a bit of an obsession, I suppose. this is the way my mind runs usually when we're playing Rocket League, is a lot of my quote-unquote comedy is birthed from characters in my head.
Yeah.
Just recently, we were playing and a guy was named... What was it?
No.
Oh, what was it?
Oh.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
like-
Slick Joey?
Slick Joey.
Slick
There
Joey.
was a guy played when we were playing in Rocket League, and some guy was named Slick Joey on the enemy team, and I was just silent for like a good portion of the game, and we were just playing, and I'm just like, "Get away from my hoagie, Joey! You're dripping all over me." And you guys just like, what was that from? And I'm like, nothing. I just thought it was funny. I thought that was a funny thought that this Slick Joey's dripping all over this man's hoagie.
Bro.
Hoagie Bert.
Hoagie Bert.
Honestly, you are, Scott, I'm going to suck your dick here
Hey,
for a
thanks,
little
man,
bit.
Thanks.
But you are so effortlessly funny. I envy being able to vamp with you like that.
Yeah.
Like, to just, you say that, and be Hoagie Bert, and I wish I could just slip into being Slick Joey, and just go back and forth with you. I wish I was that funny.
Yeah, so do I.
You've also recently verbalized your confidence with your jokes, and to me, that just like exponentially increases the funniness to me.
Yeah,
like when
it's
you're
like
just
chaos magic.
like you are. It looks so out of control, but you are both hands on the steering wheel. It's just like even when we know what's coming next.
It's oftentimes as well. I was gonna say another fucking recent story for Rocket League. Rocket League is oftentimes my catalyst because I can just kind of, my mind goes and my fingers do shit.
Mm-hmm.
And my mind just starts going. And recently I just asked some non sequitur question to John because it had been silent for a little bit in the game. And it was something along the lines of, all right, John, here's the scenario. You meet a girl in Rocket League. She's like trash talking you. You find out she's a pretty lady.
He explained this for like most of the game.
Yeah, I remember this.
And then like, I'm like, all right, John, do you go out with her? And John answers, and I'm like, well, she's a guy, so. She's like,
He spent 4 of the 5 minutes of the game explaining it, and then I gave him a legit answer, and he's like, well, she's a guy, so get fucked.
and John was like, this was the moment I was explaining the impetus behind that I like the idea. It's similar to the editing thing I said earlier. I like the idea where I'm in perfect control of every aspect of the joke, and so I do that. I notice that about myself when I make jokes that aren't at someone else's expense. It's just a self-contained thing that's just this. I say joke, but it's more just like usually a non sequitur funny thing or noise.
Mm-hmm.
But you know,
I don't know. I still sometimes think and laugh about Johnson's Milk Company.
yeah, that's a Rocket League team name.
Yep.
And
Has
whenever
been for like a year and a half now.
Whenever anyone asks what milt is, and it's happened a weird amount, I just respond fish cum.
I didn't know what it was until we made the team name.
Yeah.
I had no clue.
But it's just like, just to think of that, it's just like, it conjures up this whole history of this company made by the Johnson family. They're just this small business harvesting fish cum from their salmons out in their tanks.
Cod as well.
Cod's the good stuff, really.
I could
And
be
it just
caught all day.
it's just so homely.
Yeah.
I also like the idea that it's Johnson's Milk Company presents our team.
Like they're our sponsor.
Yeah. Our cars have little decals of just like fish sperm.
Yeah.
I would love nothing more than if a viewer, a listener rather, leaves a comment being like, "That was you."
I would lose my shit.
You assholes!
That would be so
We
great.
absolutely stomped on your dick.
We could, like, if we ever had like a little shop, right, that we like sold things on, Like, we should definitely have
Like a boutique milk shop.
well, we should have a logo made up for Johnson's Milk Company. It's like a salmon with like a big smile and a wink in the middle of this circle.
Salmon don't have teeth.
We get one lone comment that says, "So you're the DB Lakes 30 that called me a 35 times."
Oh my god.
Gonna have to
Great.
bleep that one.
Guys, you can't say that.
This whole conversation reminded me of another obsession of mine, in that I constantly go back to that one night. The three of us were playing Rocket League. Sorry, Chris, you weren't there. But we were playing casual because some challenge made us play casual. And there is nothing on the internet more toxic than Rocket League casual playlists. And for whatever reason, Scott was feeling a little feisty that night and started picking fights with the people. And we were playing with this group, and this was a war zone in chat. I have never been called so many homophobic slurs.
What makes this so much better, too, is because of how everything's divided. So everything they were calling you, we couldn't see.
Yeah, because they're on PlayStation and I'm on Xbox. So they can't see anything that's on Xbox and I can't see anything on PlayStation. Except for the quick chats. And that night was so fun. Just picking on people and bullying them.
I was reminded. So I now don't really play. I think Rocket League is actually the only game I play that I have to deal with online people and like trash talk. Because trash talking is the most fun part.
Do you
to
not
me.
play League of Legends anymore?
Not very much, and it's definitely not enough to really warrant the trash talking.
That I'm actually curious. I've never played. Not really played League. Where's it? Tier. Yeah, God. In the level of toxicity, where would it be?
Honestly, when I was playing League, I'd get more trash talk from my teammates than the other team.
I too was bad.
So the lowest level is Iron. I couldn't tell you what the trash talk is for that because I haven't really played ranked since that became a thing. Bronze was not bad. Some people were fairly helpful and everybody was like not mean towards each other. Silver started to get there. Once you got really close to gold, that's when people started throwing out F-bombs. And like it's your teammates that are doing it. Once you hit gold, your teammates yell at you for talking and not just using quick chats.
Yeah.
But the other team will prod and try to get you to start doing it. And there's a strategy behind it where like if this dude just owned you, he's going to try to get you to start typing because now if you're typing, that means you're not playing.
Yep.
And it only gets worse in Platinum. And then from there, I never made it close. I made it close to Plat, but that was it.
I thought of another obsession that I could that might qualify. Oftentimes, I'll just think of like when I can't sleep, especially. I'll be like, "All right, what's 617,912 divided by 8?"
What the fuck?
Just think about it for a long time.
What? Are you fucking kidding me?
And I'll just be like, all right. Like, I think about like, all right, how do I divide that into chunks? So in half, 617,912 would be what? 456, 617, 300, and 300,085. So it'd be 956.
Is my guy playing reverse 2048 right now?
No, I think he just made a bunch of math teachers wet.
Here's no joke. My sobriety test when I'm drinking is how much mathematics I can do in my head. Like, I'll be at like a party and drinking or whatever, and I'll just like hang back, on a wall or whatever, and I'll just be like, okay, 157 times 812.
What?
Okay, I can still multiply 3-digit numbers. I'm still sober.
Here's the thing. I'm always drunk then.
We've been meaning to talk to you about this.
I need a pen.
Chris,
And a pad.
I'm proud of you. That was a solid joke.
Thanks, bud.
Oh, wow, that was so fucking patronizing. Oh my god.
There's a reason
great job.
There's a reason I had to switch to English.
That was a good joke, big guy.
Oh, really?
Well,
Thanks, Dad.
I mean, no, I didn't laugh because I was just appreciating it.
So good.
We're always like,
Fucking
Chris,
hell.
you just crashed that
It's
plane.
just that you've been trying a lot more recently, and I just notice the failures more often. And so you'll say something that I'm just like, Chris, what in the fuck are you doing? What have you done?
Wait, I hear that phrase all the time, though.
Yeah.
You're probably batting about 300 at this point.
I don't know what that
Yeah.
means.
That means 30%.
Oh, that's 30%.
30% land? I'd say we're up to that.
Oh, hell yeah. I'm getting better.
I mean, that's great for a batting
I mean,
average.
aggregate.
like today.
Like career.
If a batter, like 300, batting 300 in
That's great in
baseball, that's
baseball.
fantastic.
That
If you
motherfucker's getting a raise.
If you get on a base 30% of the time,
I mean, don't get me wrong, you're not 2.5 mil, but
Oh, yeah.
you're getting there.
No, that's career, I'd say. Now, granted, he's only made like 10 jokes. Career. But 3 of them have
Three of
landed.
them. Yeah. 3 of those jokes.
Nice.
What constitute as a joke for you? We just reached double digits.
Yeah.
Oh, see, this is the issue.
Were the rest of them supposed to be jokes?
Okay. All right.
Incredible. How deep are we?
Well,
Hour
we're
10.
at hour 10. We still haven't talked about what that deal with the lightning bolt was.
Oh,
at the
yeah.
beginning.
I forgot. Oh,
I
shit.
forgot about that.
Yeah, I didn't. Who's the real
Maybe
host?
you can tune in next time. No. So we had a bit of a session tonight.
Oh, yeah.
It's your corner. You talk about it.
Yeah, Chris, you tell the fucking
It's your
story.
bed that you shit.
So I'm a dummy. Guys.
Big
audience
old doo-doo head.
member. Yep. I'm a big dum-dum.
Floppy old dumbo.
And so
Goofball.
we're getting to our final destination in our D&D game, right? Where we're gonna fucking kill a big snake man
Or die trying.
and save the world. No failure. Well, you're the DM. You want
maybe
us to
maybe
fail,
a
I
little
guess.
failure.
But here's the thing, right?
Announcing the thing.
We found a small village of people stolen away by the snakes. At least how I'm seeing it. And so we saved them. So we fought some snake people that were guarding them. And they came out of this building and they were perfectly in line.
And our little wizard boy as well
Oh,
just
yes.
got to level 8, and a certain special little thing happened at level 8 for him.
He spiked.
Yeah.
This man can cast 2 level 3 spells in one turn.
Oh yeah. The multi-class to
See? Always in control.
Well, you see, apparently in the combat, what was going on is, I noticed a line that was not being referred to,
of enemies.
of enemies. And so I killed somebody that was in the line that wasn't supposed to be killed.
We should have taken a picture of their format, like where they were.
Yeah.
That would have really helped here.
What we should have done is maybe have let you told the story.
Yeah, I agree.
Probably.
Chris, you are
I'm bad at storytelling.
asleep at the wheel.
So we're gonna save this town. We're gonna kill these people and these guards and save everybody. And the game plan is we take out the 2 patrolmen, gank them. It's real quiet, and we fail. We kill one of them. The other one blows a rape whistle.
Rape whistle.
And we're like, all right, full guns, we're going. And Reese gets way out ahead of everybody. And we see the line. We see them rush out of their little guardhouse. And it's like, this is it. This is what John has been waiting 2 years for.
He's about to
Right
blast
here.
both barrels of these bad bitches.
Like, and it's lightning bolt, action surge, lightning bolt. So they gotta be right in that position. And there's 3 of them that fit the line. And then there's a 4th person that's off to the side a little bit. And I have 1 person in front of me in the turn order. And I'm like, it's about to happen. I'm looking, I see exactly where I need to stand. The stars have aligned. And I look at Chris, who's the person before me. And I'm like, Chris, be smart about your move, was what I said. And Scott made that look. We had eye contact and he knew. And Scott pats him on the shoulder and he's like, hey, there's a line right here. You know, there's a perfect setup so that, you know, somebody can get full value.
And it just so happens, Chris, you're about to drop a level 4 spell that only hits one guy who just so happens to be not in that line.
And, like, he's explaining this, and Chris just turns to me, he's like, I don't have lightning bolt. It's like, I had a legit gift of, he knew at that moment he fucked up.
Here's the thing. He's like, he didn't say, I don't have lightning bolt. He said, I didn't prepare it today. Druids do not have lightning bolt.
And I'm like, oh no. Okay, hold on. It's not over yet. Let's see who he targets. And he targets the one person that would have really kind of messed things up for me. That kind of takes away that line. And I'm like sitting here like, I went over, I got my D6s, and I'm like getting them ready because we all know what's going to happen. I pull out the ruler for Cody so that we can line up the lightning bolt. I'm like, you're going to need this. And it's like, cool. And then like, I see one go off on him. I'm like, oh, maybe he's going to target multiple people. No. Every single fucking attack from that level 4 spell goes right at this one guy, and I'm like, Chris, what the fuck are you doing?
I did not see that line. I didn't.
He killed the guy.
I really didn't.
He did kill the guy.
He killed the guy.
If he wouldn't have killed the guy, I would have still done it. Because, like, most of the value's still there. And then, like, you just looked at him, you're like, your turn essentially wasted a level 4 spell and took away 16 D8
I didn't say it wasted a level 4 spell. I mean, it kind of did just because he definitely would have killed him. He definitely would have. So it's kind of a waste. But if essentially it did remove 16 D6 worth of damage from his attack.
Yeah.
Which is just a kick to the nuts.
So I'm like, once I see the second attack, like, I'm this little kid that's like getting all my toys out to play. And then I see the second attack go to that guy, and I'm like, yeah, I just start picking the dice back up and putting them back in the box.
I mean, all in all, it turned out great. He still got to do his cool move. It just wasn't as percussive as it could have been.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows what might have happened? Maybe they all would have made their saves.
Maybe.
You know? I don't blame you. Chris.
I do.
Okay. You're allowed. It's a free country.
Thank you.
That's not
I'm glad we kind of finally wrapped back around to that.
I'm glad you guys stuck around to hear that explained at you.
Mm-hmm.
Now you'll know the context with which we were ragging on Chris at the beginning of the episode.
So, just so you know, Chris, we got one more of those again. That barrel's locked and loaded.
Yeah.
So, be mindful of the line, of the firing.
I'll make sure there's no more. No more lines.
I mean, if from a meta standpoint, sure, you shit the bed. But from like an in-game standpoint, you saw a bad guy, you had a level 4 spell, you eliminated the bad guy from the field.
It's also fair because like Reese has not explained that he can do this stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like this is the first time everybody sees it.
Yep.
So like I'm not truly upset. John's sad because he's like, oh, he took away some of my damage. But like, it's whatever.
You know,
that was a great impression of John.
Thanks. I practice often.
Another highlight of this session was when one of these snake guards goes to shoot a firebolt at Chris, get a little bit of revenge, and I roll a crit on the roll, and John has silvery barbs, so he can make me reroll at disadvantage.
Mm-hmm.
I have runic shield and a cloud rune.
Which means he can negate the critical hit on Sven, and Justin has a ability that makes him just completely negate a critical hit.
Here's one. There's 4 more things you're not considering. 4 people had inspiration.
Yeah. I could have imposed disadvantage.
We can keep Chris out of this because he was taking a shit or whatever. But Andy also actively participated because he did not use his inspiration.
He like made a point to say, I will not be using my inspiration.
And then I get confirmations from everybody that they're just gonna let it go through, and I'm like, well, he does 32 damage in one attack.
Over half of my health. It's like this will teach Chris a lesson.
I think if there was more than one person left,
He didn't.
I would have probably used silvery barbs or something. But like, get fucked, loser.
Well, that's great.
This has been a fun one.
It
That was a
has.
highlight.
The first, like, I don't know, 45 minutes were a little rocky. But I think we really pulled around here in the second half.
Yeah.
I thought about smoking half of those civilians
Yeah.
when they started walking up. How would you have felt about that?
I wouldn't have been very endearing.
Yeah, that's pretty rough.
They're just victims in all
They
this.
attacked me. You were asleep.
I was. Oh my.
Somebody at the
Hello?
door?
Hello?
Don't murder me.
Is your house haunted?
Get the EMF meter.
Well,
Does somebody want to stay here with me? No, I'm just kidding.
Walk us home, Chris.
we've had a good time tonight. You know, we've explored ourselves a little bit, explored some comments, and talked about how shitty I am as a player in D&D games. So I think we've done a good job. Good job here. Remember, like, comment, tell everyone about this.
You know what I think I might do?
What
I think
up?
I might comment. And like
Oh,
the
what?
video.
Holy shit.
I always like, but I never comment. I never comment on anything.
Mm.
I don't want my presence to be seen.
Hey,
Well,
I've
a
been
great place
getting-
to hide out then.
I've been
getting
is in our
comments
comment
like-
section of
Hell
our
yeah.
videos.
next Sunday night, you want to play the golf game?
Maybe.
Let's do it Sunday.
Depends on a...
Nope, it's
golf.
Sunday. I swear to God, if you have another girl over, I will fight you.
Bring her over.
No.
Play the golf game with her instead of John.
That's something.
You're
fact-
not going to get through that game.
Just go to John's house, and while he just sits there in the living room.
Chris, get off my computer. I want to play RuneScape.
No, you'll just be on your phone playing RuneScape, dumbass.
My phone's dead from playing RuneScape.
And every once in a while, you just hear a disparate, ah! And then, because that's how girls laugh. Chris, you're so... Thanks for watching, everybody.
Goodbye, everybody.